I'm sure it is.
Because it warms the air. It also cleans the air because you've got all these little hairs. And it's very warm in the nose and sinuses where the air goes through, preparing it for the lungs. The lungs are not sterile.
Take a deep breath. It's Hunt for Wellness, episode number 47. I am John Hunt.
And I'm Christy Hunt.
And this is the show where we help you live your best life, mind, body, and spirit. And today's episode of Hunt for Wellness is brought to you by waterdistillers.com. Great machines that produce great water for great wellness. Go over and check them out at waterdistillers.com. Okay. I've taken the deep breath now.
Good.
Are we done?
No.
Oh, we're just getting going.
Getting started.
You know, our last several episodes, we've been talking a lot about the systems of the body. And today's, if you haven't caught on, is the respiratory system.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
How many more systems do we have left?
Just a few.
I mean, there's a lot. I can't remember what episode we talked about, but where we laid out all of them. Seems like a long time ago. So I think there was about 10, wasn't there?
Yes.
Okay, respiratory system. Does it have anything to do with breathing?
Yes, it does. A lot to do with breathing.
All right. Well, let's define what the respiratory system is, because there's probably different parts of it, like there are of every system, right?
Yes, and the main part is the lungs.
The lungs, yeah, I would assume that.
Yes, but you know, you have to get the air in from outside to the lungs.
Mouth part of or the nose?
Yeah, yes,
okay.
Very good. And so you want to breathe through the nose, but if you can't, then you breathe through the mouth, which is great that God made two ways.
Yeah, I think I breathe through my mouth a lot. I don't, I can breathe in through my nose, but I find a lot of times I do breathe through my mouth.
So breathing through your nose is better.
Well, I'm sure it is.
Because it warms the air. It also cleans the air because you've got all these little hairs. And it's very warm in the nose and sinuses where the air goes through, preparing it for the lungs. The lungs are not sterile.
Oh.
You know how we think of the body as totally sterile, but the lungs, because it's taking in kind of dirty air, has to clean it, and one of the ways is through the nose. So it's better to breathe through your nose than your mouth.
Like on a cold winter's day, which we have a few of up here in Minnesota.
Yes.
I found like if I take in a breath of cold air, but I take it in through my mouth, it's kind of hard.
It's hard on your lungs.
It's really hard on my lungs. I didn't realize that the nose actually kind of warmed things
up. It does.
Up. Well, that's kind of cool.
Yes.
I'll start breathing through my nose.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
and
right. What else is in there?
And we had a daughter that had problems breathing through her nose.
Yeah, she actually had surgery.
She did. And it's much, much better for her now.
Yeah.
She can feel like she had a so-called a nose job, not to fix the beauty of the nose, but to fix the structure.
But she got hit at a young age. Her nose got kind of put out of joint.
She got hit in the nose. Well, we didn't realize what it did.
Yeah.
It was just a kids goofing around, a bang to the nose, and it changed her.
Yeah, it did.
And she was actually whistling in her nose periodically, and it's like, wait a minute, this is not normal.
Whistling through your nose?
Yeah. So no more whistles after.
She loves it too.
She can
breathe much better.
Yes, and breathe deeply and do those slow, deep breaths that we're going to talk about that are really important. But okay, so the nose and the mouth, and then it goes to the back of the throat, which is the pharynx, and then through the larynx, which is the voice box, and that's how we talk.
Yeah.
The air coming through the larynx is vibrations, so that we can communicate with each other.
Wow, that is so cool.
It is cool.
It's like audio. It's like a podcast. Right
Yeah,
in your throat.
right. It is.
Okay.
And then beneath the larynx is the trachea, or commonly known as the windpipe.
Okay.
Beneath that, and then it divides into the bronchi, and then the bronchioles. The bronchi are just bigger, and then they get the tubes get smaller, and then the lungs, which have all these little air sacs, alveoli, where the air exchanges with the blood.
Cool.
And giving oxygen to the blood, and then taking the carbon dioxide and gases that we don't need anymore, exchanging that.
Isn't that cool? Yeah.
Yeah, and then the blood through the hemoglobin spreads throughout the body, giving oxygen to the cells.
Yes, and we talked about that in a different podcast on the circulatory system.
Yes,
didn't we?
yes.
I'm paying attention.
Very good.
Just back for a second. This is not really related, but where does because you have the windpipe, but you also have the place where you drink water. Remember how sometimes you drink, it went down the wrong tube. Where does that split at? Is that the back of your throat?
Yes, it's right beyond the larynx.
Okay.
So right past that.
How does the body know to separate?
It does. It's really amazing.
To me, that is super amazing.
It is super amazing. And you can watch like little videos online of the person swallowing, and like how there's the epiglottis that covers over the trachea.
Yeah.
So it doesn't go down the lungs. Because if it does, if food or particles do go to the lungs, your body coughs really hard to get it out, and usually does get it out.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But it's a bad feeling.
Not good.
Yeah.
All right.
So, and then the respiratory system does not have muscles. So the muscles of the chest and the diaphragm are what bring the air in and out. So
it kind of squeezes it?
So yeah, the muscles contract and expand and
contract.
Yes. Go back together, and that brings the air in and then lets it out. Inspiration has more energy than expiration.
Okay.
But over time, though, our muscles kind of decline. So as we age, we might not be taking as much deep breaths. We might not be breathing as well. And I found that with my mom. My mom is now 94. And she was just not breathing well, not getting really good oxygenation. And so we really had to work with her on taking deep breaths. And actually, we should all do it, because our lung capacity and the health of our lungs kind of starts declining at age 35.
Right. Wow.
35. Yeah.
Also too, like when they do CPR, they're pushing on the
heart.
The heart? But aren't they pushing on the lungs to make them...
Well, then they're blowing air in to the mouth for the lungs.
But they're not doing anything to make the lungs...
No, that's the
heart, to get the heart going.
Yes.
The heart helps everything else.
You got to have the heart, and you got to have the lungs.
In the circulatory system.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, you're doing so good.
Everything is so key. We have all these different systems. You can't be without any of them.
No, you need them all.
You need them all, but it's so fun to see how they interact with each other.
It really is.
Yeah.
So it's important to keep them healthy. And one thing that we can do is just take deep breaths.
Okay.
Thus
the title of this episode, right?
Yes. And a really cool thing about taking deep breaths, like take a good deep breath in and then let it go out slowly. And when you do that, it actually calms down your nervous system.
Yes.
You know how all those deep breathing things, and there's a thing called the relaxation response, which is slow exhalation, deep breaths. And
well, a lot of times when people get all wound up, the breathing starts going fast.
Yes, and shallow.
Yeah.
They could see your face. That'd be funny.
They can. On the video version.
I know.
Find that over at Hunt4Wellness.com or YouTube.
Right. So there's even studies that show it improves decision making. Just 2 minutes of slowing down your breathing and having longer exhalations than inhalation.
Wow.
So that is a good thing to do every day. You know, take a few episodes during the day of just relaxing yourself, calming your body. Mm-hmm. Do it before you go to bed, go to sleep. You know, as you're laying in bed, just calm your breathing. It's going to help you to.
Isn't that too like when they do yoga and stuff and they're going like this and they're...
Yeah, actually, like all meditation throughout the ages is like slow down your breathing.
Yeah.
And so I guess we've intuitively known it for a long time.
Yeah. All part
for thousands of years. Yeah. So, and just another thing about the lungs is it gets rid of waste.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we don't really think of it like that, but it really does. And what was very interesting with our kids, 3 out of 4 of our kids had significant respiratory issues when they were young. Mm-hmm. And that was one of the reasons that got us into essential oils, because I was looking for a way to keep them healthy. Because if they were healthy, they'd be fine. Mm-hmm. But if they got like a cold or something, a virus, they got really, really sick respiratory-wise. Mm-hmm. And their main symptom was coughing. They would cough and cough and cough and cough, and this barky cough, and it was awful, really awful. Yeah. And as I was trying to keep them well, researching food, researching water, that's how we got to distilled water.
Essential oils you started?
Yeah, got into herbs first, and then essential oils. But when I was on the herb part, doing lots of research and working with them, what I found was by clearing their bowels would stop a coughing attack. Oh. So like a kid would be coughing, 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 give that kid an enema, the coughing would immediately quit.
Wow.
So the digestive system is connected to the lungs, like the bowels are connected to the lungs. And so having a healthy gut and digestive system moving along helps keeps the lungs clear, because otherwise the lungs are trying to clear more of the waste from the body.
Yeah. We'll link to our show on the digestive system. That would be another good one, since they're related. They need to be linked.
They are related. So if you're having issues with your digestive system that it's not clearing, not functioning well, work on the digestive system to get that better.
You mean the respiratory system clearing?
If the respiratory system isn't clearing, then work on the digestive system along with the respiratory system to support it. But not just respiratory system alone. It needs both. So that was super interesting. And then with my kids, like I told you, having significant respiratory things, the first time I put an essential oil on my eldest daughter's chest, she's like, oh my goodness, my lungs never opened up like that with my inhaler. Mm-hmm. And that was very surprising. Yeah. You know, how strong they work, how well they work. And we started using oils, and we've used them every single day since we started. Using oils on their chests and their back, diffusing oils, and all that helped their breathing. And, you know, I love to use the oils on my chest before I work out.
Right. Oh, yeah. It's a great way to prep.
You know, yeah.
Just get a little more oxygen in the system.
Yeah, and it feels so good.
Yeah.
So, let's see. One other thing about supporting the respiratory system is water.
Yes. Because
our bodies are about 70% water, but our lungs are 85% water.
Wow, you wouldn't think that.
I know, but there's a lot of mucous membranes, and the body is warming the air, like in the nose and the lungs, and so it's using a lot of water. So you know when you work out and you're breathing really heavy, like, I need water.
Yeah, because you want the oxygen that's in the water, right?
Well, it's actually helping your lungs function better.
Nice.
You're getting rid of more water with your breathing.
Yeah.
And so you're replenishing, and it's also kind of drying it out by breathing so hard and fast.
Yeah.
So just some of the oils that can support you. RC, which is respiratory care, has cypress, spruce, 3 kinds of eucalyptus. And I love that one.
Oh, RC is a great one. By the way, we will link all of these oils if you want to just go ahead and get a hold of them. We'll give you a link right to where you can get a hold of them at Young Living. And that's over at Hunt4Wellness.com. Go to episode number 47. All the products that we talk about. We're Young Living brand partners, so yeah, we make a little bit off it if you click through that link. And just we want to make it easy for you. So you can also, if you want to connect with us by email, again, go over to Hunt4Wellness.com, click the blue connect button. We'd love to have a conversation with you and talk about your needs.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that'd be great. So when you're using essential oils for your lungs, it's kind of good to switch them out.
Yeah.
So RC is one, Raven is one, that has Ravensara, eucalyptus radiata, lemon, peppermint, and wintergreen. I love that one too.
Yeah.
Smells so good. So those are kind of the 2 we just go back and forth in our diffusers.
Yeah.
Like if you get a little cold or feeling stuffy, that's great to just diffuse during the night or day. Or and then Breathe Again Roll-On is one you can take with you.
Yeah.
You can rub it on your chest, but you can also just rub it on your wrists or your neck.
That's what's great about the essential oils, especially when you're trying to attack something.
Yeah.
You can put it on, a lot of them, directly on your body. The diffusing is great because you can let the diffuser run all night while you're sleeping.
Yes. Or all day.
All day, yeah. And it really helps just, you don't have to do anything. You just have to fill the diffuser, turn it on, and then it takes over.
Yeah, you put like 8 to 12 drops in your diffuser.
Yeah.
Turn it on. If you're starting new, I'd start with less drops.
Also, if you're starting new, back to the products, we'll put a link to the premium starter bundle. It comes with a diffuser for free, which is kind of cool.
And Raven.
And Raven. And so
peppermint.
You're going to have a bunch of oils.
Yeah.
And then you get the diffuser, and it's really the best way to start with essential oils. So look for the premium starter bundle link. It'll send you right there, and you can pick that up as well. It's a great way to just because there's a collection of oils there that cover all kinds of different things that you would normally want to do.
Yeah, and frankincense is also in that kit, which is amazing. It's also respiratory support oil, among many things that it does.
Frankincense.
But I remember, like, my little kids rubbing frankincense on their back, on their chest, when they weren't feeling so good. And it supports the immune system as well. And then there's a couple other oils that I really like. They're not specifically, these are respiratory oils, but they do support the respiratory system. Gary's Light. It has frankincense, sacred frankincense in it, cistus, lemongrass, myrrh. It has eucalyptus and hyssop and bitter orange. It's really nice. I love it. It's actually a grounding. You feel grounded when you use that oil and protected. So helps you be more peaceful.
Nice.
Peaceful and joyful. And then Australian Karanya, which means rainbow in the Aboriginal language of Australia. I love that. It also has eucalyptus radiata in it, tea tree sandalwood, kunzea, blue cypress, fennel, and Australian ericefolia. So, and myrtle.
Hiding because I haven't smelled that one yet.
Oh, that one's in our office, and I diffuse it a lot.
Ooh,
So
I've been taking it in and not
you
even
have.
knowing. Awesome.
I know.
I love it.
It's one of my favorite ones. So, also just some other things. Thieves is a good one to support the respiratory system as well. Inner Defense is a supplement. Like if your respiratory system is not functioning at top speed, that's a supplement that you can take that has oregano, thyme, and thieves in it in a gel cap. And then just vitamin C, vitamin D. Those are good things to support your overall health, immune system, and respiratory health as well. But I would say just one thing to do is take those deep breaths with the long exhale every day and truly try to expand the lungs.
Yeah.
you know?
It's amazing, when you try to do that, try to go to all as far as you think you can go, and then try to go a little bit more.
Yeah, take in more air. Yeah.
And then let it out nice and slow.
And you'll see, you feel calmer.
Yeah, it is really amazing how something as simple as taking deep breaths can affect you.
Right. And then you think more clearly.
Yeah.
So who doesn't like that?
Awesome. All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, awesome. This episode of Hunt for Wellness is brought to you by waterdistillers.com. Great machines that produce great water for great wellness. You got to check it out. Lots of great videos over there, too, to learn a lot more about it. Go to waterdistillers.com. And again, for all the supplements and oils or anything we mentioned on the show, we make it easy for you to get them by doing a direct link right from the website page to purchase them. There's no minimum purchase or anything like that. You can just get what you want. We also, over at Hunt4Wellness.com, have the connect button. If you'd like to connect with us by email, have a conversation, we'd love to talk to you about your health goals. We can even schedule a discovery call if you need one. So we are happy to work with you. Just head over to Hunt4Wellness.com. You can't miss it. And again, the links for this episode number 47. And then we'll be back next time, probably with another system, right?
Yes.
On the next episode of Hunt for Wellness.